it! Why didn't I return you instead of reanimating your body? Anyway, hello everybody and welcome to the Factions matches. Today is November 16th. I am JD, poor pet owner mage here, with my, of course, co-host and a dead parrot, Heavy Weapons Guy.
Quack.
Shut up, you. We also have the lovely streamer Pork Chop, as always.
Hello.
Today is the second match.
Sometimes I'm the streamer.
Yes, but you're not lovely as always.
Oh.
Shut up, you. This is the second match between Shadow Owls and Freljord. This is the preview week of tournaments, which will be next week. The way that these matches are being played, I forgot to mention last game, is a team versus team, which will be the same three, generally, for all three games. There are, of course, pending substitutions that may happen. Now, we do have the same team, it seems, on Shadow Owls and Crazy and Whitaker being substituted in for two of the people. I can't recall.
Whitaker was
which
in
two were
the...
subbed.
Whitaker was in the last game. He was the Ash.
Yeah.
He was?
I got wrecked.
I am completely honest. I didn't notice. Sorry, Whit. I just don't care.
I think it's just MLC who's new in here.
Okay. Which one did he replace?
I don't know.
I'm not the only one that doesn't care.
I don't know.
Yaha.
I joined in the middle of the game, so I
Shut
didn't
up,
get
Abby.
a good look at
Don't make my argument less false. Shut up. Anyway, we
And
are
if I
going
refuse?
through the bands right now. I will strangle you again.
That doesn't work anymore. I don't need to breathe.
I can do it for the fun of it.
And I'll just sit here laughing.
I'll be enjoying myself. Anyway, Boo, of course, being banned out for Shadow Owls again.
Can they ban Olaf
And-
or...
No, they can't. Wait, no, yeah, they can. Sorry. I was misunderstanding. Trundle.
Oh, okay, yeah.
My apologies. Yes, Olaf is not on the Freljord roster yet. Or probably ever.
And while you were strangling me, I'll have a camcorder recording everything.
It wouldn't matter since dead pets have no rights.
Peter. I don't know.
Nobody will hear your screams. Now go back under the tarp.
Wait, did he say trap?
Tarp.
Tarp.
You know how...
It's a trap!
It's a tarp.
Damn it, shut up, you dumb bird.
Trap! Trap! Trap!
It's a miracle I get sleep at night. Oh yeah, morphine.
It's not more.
Hey.
It's a quick game. There's a difference.
No, you're the one that's on cocaine. That's a different story. If anybody would just randomly tune into this stream right now, they would probably be disgusted. But I don't care. That is Thresh
We
being
have
locked in.
personality.
Yeah.
Personality versus homicidal and offensive drug use.
Personality.
I like it.
Personality.
Pork Chop's only one personalities.
Yep.
We have Thresh being locked in on the side of Shadow Owls. Big Mike playing the same champion he did in the previous game. Crazy and Flash. Well, of course, Crazy can't really change his champion. Flash going with Trundle this time. Hovering over Exhaust might change that out. Yep, that goes. There goes it. Trundle top lane with Teleport. He will definitely do well against the Poncho's York, though I would have waited for Poncho to actually pick it first, though he is last pick. That might have been through sheer luck or actual choice of having Poncho bot as the last pick. And then Crazy going with what seems to be a locked-in Exhaust Smite that might be changed out after a little bit of deliberation. We don't know. Demaster and Fiddlestick, or Paul, damn it. Elise and Fiddlesticks being hovered over by Shadow Owls right now. They might change it up last second. Karthus being favored right now by Carmillion, it seems. Demaster may not have been impressed with his previous Nocturne play, so he might shy away from that. I don't know.
It wasn't his Nocturne play, it was just his smiting. That was terrible.
Champions are about to be locked in, and nope, Carmillion and Paul are locking in the same champions they played last game, which is Karthus and Nocturne. It does seem, though, Karthus is using Teleport. He may change that in a moment. Or did he have Teleport before? No, he had Barrier.
And we have Whitaker going bottom again. Let's see how badly gets destroyed this time.
I believe Metric Trout was the Sejuani from last game, correct?
Yes.
Perfect.
Yep.
I know a few things. Metric Trout.
Congratulations.
changing
You also
up
know how to
wrong-
kill people. And parrots.
Shut up, you. I don't
You
care if that
also
was
know how to buy
praised. Shut
cocaine
up.
illegally.
It wasn't illegally. Lutra left, I took his stuff, I sold it for cocaine, and then you fucking snorted it while I was in the bathroom.
Lutra, no.
Lutra,
So-
you're not getting your stuff back.
So looting a dead guy, or possibly not even dead
No,
guy,
I
just a
looted
guy
the
that's-
Lutra. You know, it made sense. It was what he would have wanted.
Get it? Lutra?
He... So he would have wanted you to give your parrot cocaine and then murder it.
I didn't give you cocaine, you stole
Yes, you did.
it. No.
You left it right in front of
That
me.
was
How's that not
I did
giving
not leave it in
to
front
me?
of you. You were in the cage. You'd have gotten yourself out. I don't know how you did that even.
He's a coked up bird.
This was before he got coked up, though. Also, before we continue on with our needless rant of retardation, we have Ash with heal being locked in. It does seem Volibear is going to keep the exhaust. He may change again last minute, but that will be something. Chim,
He's gonna change it to clarity.
probably. You never know. Poncho deciding what to do right now. He is favored to play Hecarim, generally in a top lane, though against Trundle may be a bit of a problem. Trundle being one of the few people that can actually keep up with the pony for a while.
Well, you don't pick the pony for early game. He is a
Yorick
Game
still
champion.
being... He might lock in the Yorick for the same team comp that won them last game, though granted the team comp was mainly High Murgot. That will be Yorick locked into the Trundle matchup in the top lane.
Fun fact, Trundle really doesn't hard counter Yorick as many people think, simply because his ghouls only have a small percentage of his health, and he even heals a even smaller percentage from when they die, yet they'll be doing more damage each time they die than Trundle will be healing. So while on paper it sounds nice, it really doesn't.
It's more of the same time if it's a passive Yorick who uses his ghouls to farm and they die before they're able to deal damage to the champion, which
If you're playing
isn't
Yorick
really
passive,
happening.
Doing it wrong.
Exactly. One thing to note, the Sandra here was played in top lane last time. This might be a mid Lysandra instead of the Anivia. That was it. The Anivia player's missing. I'm going to just check the recently played just because I like to shout out people. Yeah, Alkermon. He is not playing currently right now, and instead it will be Frost Arkin playing Lysandra mid, it seems, with Ignite. And it seems everybody's dead. Interesting.
Well, yeah, I am kind of murdered.
Shut up, you.
I didn't know you did the pork chop. Why'd you kill her?
I didn't kill her. She's just unconscious. Apparently,
No.
when she took the roofie-induced cocktail, she didn't realize what roofie-induced meant. You're welcome, Till.
Or did you even know it was roofie-induced? And you have been known to rape things. I mean, you did rape those dead bodies.
That was a completely unrelated story. Do not give the viewers false ideas.
Unrelated, yes. We already know what we will do to dead bodies. What would you do to a live one?
Shut up, you. I may be a lecherous parrot murderer, but I am not a lecherous rapist parrot murderer.
Yes, you are. You rape dead bodies.
That is, again, unrelated.
How is it not? How is that unrelated?
Because that's about the Pathfinder, which I didn't even know you asked me a question about because I was responding to Raw asking about crushing a guy.
You still said yes to raping the bodies.
I did not admit anything, and nor would my lawyers agree I did. Yes, I have lawyers.
We can disagree you're a necrophiliac. At the very least. I mean, you're talking to a dead parrot.
I'm not talking to a dead parrot. I'm trying to shut up a dead parrot.
You're still responding to it.
Shut up. What's up? What's wrong with my life?
A
Don't
lot
you
of
say a
things.
word. Don't you say a fucking word.
Oh, let's see. You're talking to a dead parrot. You're imagining
Undead,
yourself
I
as
got
summoner
you
as something that
revived.
doesn't exist anymore. Well,
It exists in my heart and technically in this world, which we are using.
I use the other world, the true world. You just can't see it. This world is a lie.
So
Wake up.
apparently the cocaine-induced parrot of my imagination also has imagination of his own, is what you're getting at.
Wake up.
Don't you pull that on me.
You're in a coma. This is all a lie.
Yeah, Zeron gave that to me already. I know what you're doing. And you did it wrong.
This isn't real.
Shut up,
Your
you.
eyes aren't real. Mirrors
Oh, something to
aren't
note that I
real.
didn't catch on before. Flash Infuse and Metric Trout swapping champions last second while we were on about the rant about the dead parrot being the dead parrot. We do have Flash Infused bot lane with Metric Trout going top lane into the York.
And Crazy is still running exhaust.
And Chromelian now pulling the Ghost out along with Chimpopaka.
Or God. Just
Urgod.
call him Urgod.
Official title, Urgod.
What?
Ah, pork chop, you woke up from the roofies. I mean nothing.
What?
Yes, heavy fed you a roofies-induced cocktail.
What?
Blame it on the parrot. Yep.
Goddamn bird, I'm gonna turn you into a deep fried bird burrito.
I don't think you'd want to eat him. I think he has leprosy.
Yeah, that's kind of late to do that.
I mean, I don't like to touch him anymore. I, in fact, never touched him. Except for when I strangled him. And even then, I had to burn my hands. It hurt.
It's okay. I'm learning from Shadow Hours how to reanimate my body.
No, I have to
least
take
to
you
look
to call the
normal.
Necromancer every time you die. Which happens often. All of a sudden, you just talking there like a little annoying bird, and then all of a sudden, your neck breaks. I don't know how it happens, but it does. Some would say an act of nature, others would say a gift from God.
Others would call you just a crazy man.
Shut up, you. Now we are about to get into the actual loading page. Let's see the skins. I do believe that Chim is still using Butcher Urgot. He may have swapped it to Battlecast, and I see a black screen.
Why does he not use the Urgod skid? Crab God is only God.
That is Butcher Urgot and Haunting Nocturne, still the same two skins. Dragon Slayer Braum, Freljord Ash, and Blaney Queen Lysandra on the side of Freljord. May not have the same amount of skins as last time, but two new skins. Freljord Ash versus Amethyst, and Blade Queen versus Bloodstone.
Still waiting for the King Trinmere and Queen Ash combo.
That is actually happening quite often.
So I thought they keep messing it up with Freljord Ash and King Trinmere. Don't they do that a lot?
They do it a lot, but every so often they do get the King Ash and Queen Tryndamere. It's Sunday, shut up!
What?
King Ash, Queen Trinmere, 10 out of 10.
You know that exists on the internet, so look it up.
Yep.
Okay.
Actually don't, it's probably porn. Now we have the little bit of spectator lag going on right now, and let's see the first champion to get out of their base and buying their first item, and I was just linked to something.
Oh boy.
Orderly sent me lyrics. Black Dolly, murder, vulgar picture. I think this song will help you in terms of your problem. Game has officially started.
Oh, well then.
First champion to buy item was Urgot with his Crystalline Flash, and first person to technically leave base is Lysandra, leaving right past the Nexus turrets. Real quick, I'm just going to see what Orderly has sent me. This, of course, is Orderly Anarchist. For those that remember him from the Zon era, he is the waifu of Malzahar.
Up in this motherfucker.
Is this confirmed?
Yes, it is actually confirmed.
Well then.
In the lore, he and Malzahar are very close, and it is very disturbing. I believe there's butt stuff.
A summoner has disconnected.
Oh, disconnection coming out. Wrong league button. There we go. Frost Archon disconnecting.
Nothing really all too surprising from the builds, I guess, except for Urgot not going Doran's Blade, but I guess he just wants to be able to spam that Q more easily.
I do not recall what he built last. Oh no, I think it was a Crystalline Flask last game as well. It does seem like the Master is restarting his modem at the same time that
So-
Metric Trout is
A
disconnected.
summoner has disconnected.
So it seems like they're splitting the pause time.
Indeed.
Jolly cooperation.
Yeah, it's nice to see that a bunch of ghosts and a bunch of ice cubes can get together with a mutual understanding of time management right before they start murdering each other for cold blood. No real reason, but for cold blood.
I think it's one side cold blood, the other side's cold body. And
Okay,
what,
I'll
they
give you
technically
that.
have
That was
warm
clever.
blood as well, since they're in a cold climate. Isn't that how it works? I think.
Shut up, yeah.
I don't
Have
know.
you seen what Ash is wearing? I'm pretty
And Sejuani.
sure they're freezing to death.
I mean, hell, look at Lysandra. She's technically naked. She's just ice.
Hey, she has that hat on to cover up her furry head.
She actually has giant anime eyes. She's just hiding them from people.
And you forget the ears, the bunny ears, of course, under there.
She's actually just 5 Yordles put into an ice costume.
Yep. Secret's been exposed. What you gonna do, Lysandra?
Something to note right now, Nocturne does have mana
A
biscuits.
summoner has reconnected.
Alright, we got one person back in.
A summoner
We have...
has
Oh, and that is the
reconnected.
second person as
Oh,
well.
wow. Right near the same time as both of them. Quite
Timer
interesting.
essentially being split right now.
Zillion sorting out the connection issues almost right at the same time.
Pause timer ending right now, about a minute and a half for both sides in terms of the timer usage.
Let me look at that ass.
Please tell me that was Bury the World in Rice.
Can't see Ash's ass. It's covered
It's
by
an
her
ice.
cape.
Spawn.
Damn it. Soda's catchrice needs to catch more often.
What catchphrase?
I will bury the world in rice.
Oh yeah.
Rice is delicious.
Rice is delicious, fortifying, and incredibly easy to bury people with.
I don't like this idea anymore.
Shut up, you. Doesn't seem like Poncho's moving right now. He might have went AFK
Why
himself.
can't I zoom in farther? God damn it.
Minions have spawned.
If it makes you feel better, you can look at Brom's ass.
I don't want to look at Brom's ass. I want to look at Ash.
But what about that booty?
Okay.
All about that base.
Yeah, look at Lysandra.
Wait, is this... This looks to be a Poncho mid and a Karthus top. Even
Poncho
though
might
Poncho...
not want it for the fact of he was able to defeat the Lysandra quite easily last game, and Trundle may have a good means of closing the distance, but the Karthus wall will be able to slow him down quite a bit.
This is still rather interesting. Oh, Chimp taking the guaranteed crit from Ash.
Ooh, Q barely missing that minion.
Now I have to move my freaking Oh, and a
Oh,
hook
and that's a
lands.
hook coming out, but that is Winter's Bite landing on Urgot to bring him down to less than half health thanks to that Ash basic attack.
Not having a good time right now. Urgot's really weak level 1.
Looking up towards the top lane, Trundle and Karthus both get their level 2 at the same time. Trundle trying to get it in onto the Karthus. Doesn't actually land the bite. And that's just scaring off Karthus a bit from its experience range. Karthus attempting to land the Qs onto Trundle, though Trundle's quick movements will be
Stun going
denied.
down on the Chimp in the bot lane, forcing out the exhaust from Mike. He's not having a good time this lane. Have they figured out how to beat the legendary Diamond 2 Urgot?
Urgot. Always be the Urgot. Up, good QE coming out from Urgot.
EQ.
Down the words, you know I don't say them right. Oh, Lysandra taken down very low. Poncho not being flipped just yet. There it goes, crazy flipping right into Lysandra. Flash coming out, and that'll be first blood for Volibear. A very poor time to flash in general. He knew he should have known he was going to die, being flipped in between Lysandra and Volibear with very little health.
At the very least, he did get Lysandra's flash out of that.
That is true, but first blood assist on the Sandra is not something nice to fight against, though. If he does get a good enough CS lead, he will be able to make
Carmelian going way too close to the Trundle and just taking a massive amount of damage.
Trundle taking a big poke damage back. Not much of any kind of gold lead, even.
Is Chimp already out of flasks? Wow. Yeah, he's all out of sustain already. They're doing a really good job down there.
Something to note, even though the first blood was on the side of Freljord, the gold is just about even from the farm. Don't forget, that kill, about a 600 gold boost to the team of Freljord.
Well, actually, I believe it was before 4 minutes. I believe. So it should be around 500.
Well, don't forget, it's not a giant amount of decrease between 5 seconds before 4 minutes.
Yeah, I know.
We can cut the difference and say 550-ish.
Yeah, it's around there. Poncho going down again.
Midline York not working out too well in terms of being able to survive ganks. Sejuani from last game was not able to pull out as many ganks as his Volibear has so far.
Especially and this Volibear is running exhaust.
That is something to note.
The Master just sitting there for some reason, just getting murdered by a little wolf.
Wolf.
Trundle teleporting back to the top so that way he doesn't miss many minions.
Karth is going back with 32 CS, actually beating the Trundle by about 12 before Trundle teleported in. Tear the Goddess, and a good chunk of potions being bought before Karthus. Trundle opting in to get the no magic mantle. Something of note right now. We do see Volibear having his Spirit of the Ancient Golem completed at 6.5 minutes, and Nocturne building one as well, but not completed it yet.
Well, the difference between them is that one has gotten 2 successful ganks off, the other has just been farming. And
well,
barely
the other
winning
one is
instead
building
farm.
an Ancient Golem on a Nocturne.
Yeah, you used to build a lot of Ancient Golems in Nocturne if you wanted to go to the full tank Nocturne.
Still though, at a before 7-minute completed jungle item, especially on Volibear, that's a very big power increase, especially since his health will be percentage increased, which will also increase the damage of his bite. Karth is dealing a lot of damage to Metric Trout in the top lane, actually, both of them going just about even. Less men on the side of Trundle versus Karthus, who does have enough potions to heal, and that will be a pink ward being placed in order to take out the Ward of the Bush. Now there are 2 pink wards on the side of Shadow Owls and Freljord. One of them in the top lane Tribush, and the second one in the bot lane river, in the middle bot of the middle river bush, where it's Karthus attempting to poke out Metric a bit.
Poncho first uses ulti down mid.
Poncho definitely in a much tougher spot than he was last game.
Drow has to be careful. Nocturne could very easily dive that. Oh, but Volibear's coming up earlier. It's gonna be... Oh, he isn't going for a dive to help top lane. Instead, he's gonna get... Karthus gonna get ganked.
Karthus does have Metric Trout very low. If he decides to try to go all in, might be something to do, but the amount of healing Trundle is getting from his ultimate... Oh, the flip does not go off. That is the basic attack from Volibear. Exhaust coming out as well. Slow, finally. Oh, and that will be the end of Karthus. If he used Ghost a little bit earlier, that would have secured him the getaway, because Volibear wouldn't have been able to have double slowed him. That would be a kill, a third kill. All 3 of these kills are on Volibear, by the way. And the gold is still very even, just from the farm aspect.
Let's see, there's about 1,000 gold deficit in the jungle right now for Shadow Isles. Every other lane, except for mid lane, has a small lead on their respective opponent.
Trundle with his no magic mantle might be able. He does have 800 gold. That could be enough. No, he buys a Dorn shield and a pair of boots. Sold the boots and the Dorn. Nope, he's got the Dorn shield. He bought a Dorn shield Vamp Scepter. I guess he believes that enough magic resist will help him. And it looks like it was a swap in the top lane. It is Lissandra fighting Karthus right now. Lissandra using her E, stopping it a little bit too short, but getting enough poke damage on the Karthus. Oh, actually, she might flat out kill the Karthus, who's taking too much damage from minions, and that will be Karthus dying immediately to Lissandra, who just got into top lane. Karthus, in an attempt to get more CS, was letting his face take all the minion damage, and doing so, let Lissandra kill him.
The Urgot has completed his Brutalizer, so expects for his EQ combo to start really hurting now. With his already 8.34 base CDR, that should be enough to get almost 4 Qs out during his combo now, whenever he lands an E. But definitely right now the Shadow Isle solo lanes are having a really hard time. However, Whitaker is doing a lot better this game than he did last time.
That is true. Lissandra finishing up her Moral Nomicon, heading back mid lane to fight the Karth, or not heading back to mid lane, but York staying. No, York switched top lane. Karth is mid to fight Lissandra, York to fight the Trundle.
I don't think this swap will do anything at this point. Both solo laners are doing quite poorly for them.
Here is Volibear coming up through the tri-bush, will not be spotted, but York might be in a little bit of trouble. He will walk through the river through a pink ward. York is ignoring it. York doesn't realize the gank is happening, and is attempting to run away. The slow doesn't hit York, but the pillar does cause York to stutter backwards to be flipped. Poncho stutter
really
flash, barely surviving.
Really questionable moves by York. After he got flipped out of the pillar, he should have just queued and ran the other way. Instead, he chose to run right back through the pillar again.
That was something to at least note. He did make it out alive. It wasn't clean.
And again, the Master
safe.
just missing out his spite. If Braum had been queuing right then, they would have got their Dragon stolen. The Master really needs to work on his smiting.
That will be a pink ward being attacked, not taken out by him yet. Lissandra did stop Nocturne from doing so. And that will be a free ward taken for Freljord. 2 free wards, actually.
Right now, it's looking just like the first game. Freljord getting a whole bunch of kills, but still losing out in gold due to CS and objective control.
Which, while Volibear and Trundle were ganking the top lane, they did secure the dragon. Hook barely missing on the Braum bot lane.
I did not get that engage on the bottom lane from Failure could have easily just all in Shadow Isles right then and there. They were both at around half when they were full, and they had their ultimates up. They're playing this way too passively, I feel like, right now. By coming out down the top lane, Chameleon getting instantly flashing away when he had the York ulti on him.
Bot lane, Urgot using his ultimate to lock in the Braum, who does pop the Thresh box. Will he be slowed enough? Karthus ultimate not enough to help finish him off. 3 of the champions very low right now. Karthus ultimate not doing much for the team in general. 0-7 right now, and this is one of the first times, or actually the first time that Fro has been able to get a decent gold advantage. 400 gold.
That's not really a big gold advantage though at this point. That's
I said
hardly
decent.
anything. That's a long sword basically, or a ruby crystal.
Pretty much, but at the same time, the only time they've had an advantage, and it's 0-7 right now.
But I must say, Freljord's bot lane is really playing it completely wrong. Like, they had a perfect opportunity to go all in earlier. Instead, they just get caught out. One of them just gets caught out, and then they lose that advantage. They're just really misplaying it down there. They're not using their lockdown combo to instantly blow up one of those two.
Looking towards the builds right now, we do see Tear of the Goddess, Arm Guard, and pair of boots on the side of Karthus, Bilgewater Cutlass, Negatron Cloak, and boots on the side of Trundle. We have a Giant's Belt and the components for Spirit of the Ancient Golem and boots for Nocturne, while Volibear sports the Spirit of the Ancient Golem and the components for a Frozen Mallet. That's going to be scary. We have
They're not
York.
getting away from him. That's what he's saying.
Yep, York with Hex Drinker, Tear of the Goddess, and pair of boots like he did last game, though much later than he did. Right now he's also fighting Trundle, so that Hex Drinker is not too effective, would pretty much block out the ult damage. We also have Lysandra with her Morel Nomicon Fiendish Codex, pair of boots. Bash. Oh, sorry. Lysandra, wow, Lysandra got 1v1 by Karthus?
But I must say, Damaskir's really misplaying right now. He's like not farming very well, and he's done minimal ganks. Like he's even in CS with the Volibear while he's been farming this entire game.
Flash ult coming out from the Urgot right now. Flash from the Thresh as well. Nocturne ulting right onto the Ashe, who's at full health. Uses his shield to block the ultimate. Very well played. If he had gotten stunned, it would have meant death. But looking at the rest of the builds, we have a Tear of the Goddess, Glacial Shroud, Brutalizer on the side of Urgot, with Ashe supporting BF Sword, pair of boots, and Dornblade. And for supports, we have a Talisman of Ascension with a Sight Stone versus a Face of the Mountain.
And we have Volibear going for a gank top lane, and this Scarth is going down. Don't see him getting out of this.
Too far top.
He will be getting the tower at the very least.
Destroyed.
Yes, that is going down. He did recently get a kill, so his gold was enhanced in terms of his actual bounty versus the dirt poor 100 or 50 gold you're normally worth if you're behind this far.
Well, every time you get 1,000 gold worth of farm, you do, I believe that resets the bounty.
It is also that as well.
Or at least,
But-
I believe it just takes away one death.
It takes away one instance of the bounty decrease, whereas the kills refresh the bounty entirely back to 300. We're at its kills.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Honestly,
Lysandra taking top tower.
the score of this game is still way too close. Freljord really needs to work on their farming.
7 kill advantage on the side of Freljord and barely an 800, 900 gold advantage. Looking at the farm itself, 109 to 113 in the top lane, 66 to 71 in the jungle, 122 to 115 in the mid lane. And then we look at Urgot, 145 farm with 1 CS on Thresh without the support item. Ashe with 86 CS, but 22 of that is from Braum. With the Face of the Mountain and any of the previous build items, whenever that champion does get a CS, it also gives a CS number towards the ADC as well, or the closest champion in this case.
And Dragon looks to be going to Shadow Isles, but during this time, Volibear completed his Frozen Mallet.
Throws him out as a very big item on Volibear since it gives him
Slain the dragon.
700 health, 25 attack damage, may not be much. Is it 25 or 35? That's 30 attack damage. Still not too much, but the slow and the 700 health is very effective. Oh, and that's Sandra and Lysandra and Trundle. I was perfect for a second, sorry. Hook coming out onto minions. Nocturne using his ultimate. Trundle trying to beat down the Nocturne this Rounder's tower. Why the Nocturne is still in the tower range, I don't know. This is a pure tank pure tank Nocturne, not able to pop a target as, say, a full AD counterpart could.
Looks like we have a gank going down mid lane. Pacho noticing a little late. He's probably going down here. Don't see him getting away from this combo.
Pacho using his flash, coming out, and an Ash arrow being wasted. Though, granted, it would have been a secure. Note that before that kill, giving the 500 gold to the two champions, it was even yet again thanks to that secondary dragon.
This one, not right now. Boulder's bite base damage is 260 plus 189 right now.
Ouch. Not to mention it does more damage the lower health the target is.
Yep, increased by 1% for each 1% of the health missing. So if you're at 50% health, that's around 700-800 damage.
And if you're about at death, that's easily 1,000. And that is the second. That is the inner mid tower taken for Freljord right now. I must say it is a greater in general game for Freljord versus the last game. Bot lane completely missing out on kills except for one assist on Braum, while mid lane and top lane seem to have been the main focus of this game for Volibear.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Oh,
alright, it's 449 damage. I did it.
You did the maths. Congratulations. I am a good pet owner. I taught you how to do mathematics. Your mana being instantly completed on Urgot. Shut up. Volibear buying Alacrity on his boots. Something to note that will give him a very big amount of chasing power with his movement speed from his E. Oh wait, Q. Wait, which is his ability?
Q.
Thank you.
Karthus kiting around the Metric Trout while doing constant damage. Now he's just chasing him down.
He might take out the Metric Trout right now. Yep. Karthus doing a very good job top lane, able to kite the Trundle for long enough to deal enough damage to Trundle. Ultimate coming out from Karthus right now. Unfortunately, the Sandra's already taken down. Braum using his W to help reduce the damage for Ash and Braum himself.
York was almost killed trying to teleport top lane to help out against the fight with Trundle. That's what happened down in middle lane.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Now he is alone holding down the turret, but this might be a misplay. It's a 4 versus 1.
Threshold pulling him out away from the tower range, and he runs into the ult. The box taking down the Volibear. I don't know if that was a purposeful play by Crazy to make sure to give the gold to Thresh versus any of the actual carries.
Either way, that's still a whole bunch of gold going over to Shadow Isles.
That, in fact, gives them the gold advantage yet again. 6 kills down, a tower down, but still a 200 gold advantage. It may not be
Freljord responds with 2 towers bot lane during that entire push down mid.
Yep, towers are evened up right now. Freljord takes the gold advantage yet again with a good 500 gold. Thresh, though, coming in, they will pincer off Ash, and flash! Used in order to dodge the death sentence, but they will not jump over the wall as Nocturne is taking an Ash out. Glacial Fissure used to help Braum retreat. Talisman of Ascension popped by Thresh in order to attempt to get close enough to Braum, who will dash over the wall onto Lysandra. It was a kill for the Shadow Isles team, nothing really being used minus the Nocturne ultimate, which really could have been saved.
The same fight going down top lane once again. But this time, Metric decided to actually fight instead of just run around and die.
Something to note, Karthus decided to go for Abyssal Scepter first versus his Zanyas. Or Rod.
Also, I think that it was a misplay by Nocturne there, going on top of the Ash that was already dead. He should have gone for the Braum and tried to get him fierce up where the rest of his team could catch up to him.
Exactly.
Carillion going way too close to that E from the Sandra, just getting instantly killed for it. However,
Poncho
Sandra is
not
going
able to get the last bit of it. Maybe if he's put down the slowing goal soon enough. Oh, that is the slow. Oh, ult coming out from York. That will be able to help take out Lissandra using his own E. Unfortunately, the ultimate seems to be wasted since Trundle is going to run away before the ultimate can do any damage to him.
That was a huge misplay by Sandra trying to blow up the York with the Mavna Mortius.
Yes, if anything, it would have been the Trundle that would have been able to do it, since Trundle does have Blade of the Rune King, although he was also very low.
Yeah, there's no way Lissandra is going to get through that 700 basic health. Basically, York had 300 plus the 400 from the shield, and not to mention all that magic resist.
Yes. Oh, it does seem like Shadow Owls is pinging out the dragon. This would be, I believe, the third dragon of the game for them. The ward has been killed off. Braum and Ash are nearby. Unfortunately, Volibear's back at base. Without Home Guard, he won't be able to rush down there fast enough.
The Master needs to properly smite this. No, they're not even going to attempt to steal.
And this time he does.
1 out of 3 so far.
Pings from the Shadow Owls team wanting to engage on this team fight. 3v5.
Trout eating a E and losing half his health.
3 Qs coming out.
That was just one of the Urgot's corrosive charges, I believe they're called.
Yes, Noxian corrosive charges. Yes, we must emphasize the Noxian part.
A hook coming out onto Trundle, but nothing coming out of it. Oh, but another E lands from Urgot, and Trundle's now at half health.
Volibear taken down very low. Trundle trying to come in as well. Chim being immediately focused down. Lissandra trying to do some AoE damage to the team. This will look like a 2-for-1 so far in the mid lane, while Ash and Braum are still going down bot lane. They will be able to take the tower. 3 kills for 1 so far. Karthus being the next one to die. Ult coming from Karthus, not able to finish up Lissandra. Lissandra leveling up just in time, actually, in order to save herself. Ash arrow missing its target, it seems, but Poncho is attempting to stop them from taking the inhibitor. That is also the ultimate from Braum down. Yep. Poncho flashing on top of Ash, saving the inhibitor with very little life left, though the tower died for almost nothing. Though when you account for the 3 kills gained by Lissandra, 2 of them granted one to her, one to another, it did not end well for Shadow Owls. Looking at the builds right now, on the Karthus we see Seraph's Embrace finished, along with the Abyssal Scepter, Sorcerer's Shoes, Arm Guard. Trundle going with a Glacial Shroud, Merc Tread, Spirit, or a Spectral Cowl with Blade of the Rune King. Nocturne with Randuin's the Ancient Golem, and Merc Treads. Then we see Volibear with Frozen Mallet, the components for Randuin's. Ninja Tab with Alacrity, the Jungler item as well. York with finished Mama Mortius, finished Boots, Tear of the Goddess, which I believe is fully stacked right now, Glacial Shroud versus Lissandra's, Deathfire Grasp, Void Staff, Merlenomicon, and Home Guard Boots. Looks like there's a fight going on. Nope, that's just farm. I saw the buff.
Crazy's Frenzy is now currently doing 260 plus 263 now.
Here you go, 523 damage.
Yep.
Wow. Insanity. Looking towards Urgot right now, who does have about 80 CS advantage over the Ash. Last Whisper, finished Romana, Brutalizer, Glacial Shroud against Ash's Infinity Edge, and the components towards what seems to be, well, I guess a pickaxe and a Life Vamp Scepter. That's the components for Sanguine Blade. Thresh has a shield,
Did he just
ladies
say
and gentlemen.
Sanguine Blade? There's no Sanguine Blade on this map.
I know, that's why it's confusing me. Why he would have those 2 items.
Arthur's getting instantly blown up.
Damn! Lysandra using her E to dodge the Karthus wall.
However, Whitaker
Then using Deathfire Grasp,
no, he
ultimating
gets
Q
out.
to finish her off.
2 flashes blown, but a 1 for 0. Actually, 3 flashes blown. Lysandra also flashed, just to make sure she was in range for her full combo.
Still only 1,000 gold difference between the two teams right now. 8 kills on the side of Freljord.
They have to be
Right,
very
killed
careful
damage.
about these team fights, because the later this game goes on, the scarier that Karthus is going to get, and he will have guaranteed damage to that ultimate after he dies. You know what would be pretty cool to see? Karthus initiating with his ultimate. He just hides in the back and just starts off the ultimate as his team starts diving in. This will give to make sure that everyone takes maximum damage from that ultimate, that he hits everyone with it instead of just finishing one person off.
Ultimate
Will
from
get
Lysandra
instantly
knocking
bursted, but
out
however,
the
the ultimate
Urgot.
does go down on him.
Asher coming in, locking up the Shadow House team, but it seems like Crazy will die in the middle of the team fight. Karthus did die as well. Ultimate, did it finish? Did the ultimate finish? Oh, Exhaust coming out to stop the Nocturne from killing off Rom. Stun coming out as well. Flay stopping the Ash from killing off Paul.
However, in the
Now we
meantime,
extra.
Metric Chart has been taking out this inhibitor. So overall, and Flash
Rom.
just taking out Big Mike. A 3 for 3, but they lost an inhibitor.
Definitely not worth that bot lane inhibitor, losing a lot of Baron pressure for this team. Ooh, York able to finish off the Braum. Dragon also being stopped. Demaster very low right now, standing in front of the York who ulted him. Not a smart idea. Poncho starting up Dragon with Chim right nearby. There's no... Volibear is en route right now. Lysandra didn't jump in. This is very risky if they decide to keep going on with this. The Myrrh Mana from Urgot might do enough to help out. The Flash failed from Metric Trout trying to jump over the wall. Dragon has restarted again. There is no ward. Oh, there's a ward on the back. Won't give too much vision. Google will, though. We see Urgot attempting to deal more and more damage. It is hitting Metric Trout. 1 or 2 more basics might do it. Ultimate and DFG coming up from Chim. York using his ultimate onto Chim, and of course that means the Ash arrow will miss. That will be Lysandra falling to the Urgot, and York is kiting Volibear away from the York. And York's Goost has died. York attempting to fight off the Volibear. The passive is down from Volibear. If he just continues to fight, Mortis protecting the ultimate. The pop passive has come back. Will he be able to do it? The juke's coming out. The volley not hitting him. Ghost flip being used. Heal coming out from Poncho. Nocturne in range, but does not have any damage to speak of. Well done by the York there to attempt and fight for as long as possible, though if he had done it maybe a little bit sooner, the passive might not have came up as soon.
Once again, a 1 for 2.
Shadow is using more and more decisive little skirmishes.
But the gold is still not going anywhere.
Even with the significant difference in towers right now.
Rather interesting to see that this game is so close, yet it looks like Freljord's been so dominant in terms of gold.
Indeed.
This Baron could be a massive swing if they actually decide to go for this. This gold is far too close. Oh, but they're not even looking to contest it.
Brom
Stop
pushing up
what can happen
Nocturne.
here.
Poncho is on the back line. Nope, that's Baron secured by Volibear.
Shadow was being way too afraid, even though the gold is so close. They could have easily killed them at that Baron pit.
They didn't know the goal was this close, probably.
They also have at least some clue of their farm, at the very least, and not to mention their amazing Dragon Bolt they've had this entire game, keeping them in this.
Destroyed.
The secondary top tower taken out as well.
Blue team's inhibitor is respawning soon.
Inhib about to respawn Shadow out in the bot lane. Thankfully, the inhibitor down did provide a good amount of actual technical advantage for Freljord. God's being taken down by Ashe in the top lane.
And Ashe surviving thanks to that Baron buff, giving her a whole bunch of regen.
Not top lane, sorry, my. I was playing tricks on me. Tired.
Why are you so tired? It's only 5 o'clock, dude. It's 5:30.
I woke up at 5 fucking a.m., remember?
How would I remember this?
I told you last night.
You did?
You're
Wouldn't
an
that
idiot.
be today?
No, at 11 o'clock last night, remember?
So why are you waking up at 5 o'clock? Oh yeah, you have a Sunday class, don't you?
Yes, I do. A 7 a.m. math class, and it takes me about 30 minutes to get there on my bike, and I need to make sure I eat before I go.
This is why I torture myself and put all my classes on Tuesday and Thursday.
I just like 3 hour
Tuesday,
classes.
Wednesday, and Thursday. I have all my classes right then.
I need to
So,
change
3
my
days
time.
a week.
But that's something to talk about a different time, my buddy.
School is for chumps.
Shut up, pork.
Sorry, we care about our future.
If we're not in school, then we can't be roommates next year.
And then you're gonna have
Exactly.
debt like for the rest of your life.
It's, you know what I have something that my parents are amazing for? Florida, prepaid. No debt.
Same here.
Nice.
Yes, watching the bot lane right now, all 5 members do have the Baron buff, attempting to catch up Karthus. Oop. Thresh hooking, landing the hook onto Volibear to make sure he does not chase after Karthus. The front line for Freljord right now, incredibly beefy.
Yeah, well,
Having-
fuck you too, Ross. I see that. Cupcake schools are not for chumps, it's just libraries are incredibly dangerous if you're illiterate, like Ionia.
Yep, like Ionia. Thank
Shots fired.
Thank you, Cupcake.
You see, this is why you need to go to school. If you go to school, you won't go into libraries and make them explode, because you learn how to read.
I could say something pretty dark, but I don't think I.
Shut up, orderly.
What's Orderly saying?
Like hell, I'm saying it on stream.
How do I book?
How to book 101.
You're
Open book.
being hit by Witch's
Know how to
Bite right
read.
now, trying to take out a ward.
A book on how to book.
Booking for dummies. Thresh missing a near point blank hook onto the Sandra. She was caught out away from her team.
Twitch chat being the amazing Twitch chat.
I'm not even reading Twitch chat.
How could you not? It's Twitch chat.
Because I'm watching the game.
Slain the dragon.
I'm watching.
Well, they're just taking Dragon right now, and Shadow Isles, even though they're still close, like, if this game keeps going on longer and longer, I can actually see Shadow Isles coming back. Because of that Karthus late game.
Granted, now though it's about a 5,000 gold lead as the Shadow of Freljord has been taking dragons.
But the gold lead means less and less the later on it goes, because more and more items will be completed. People will be maxing out their items soon. I mean, look at Lysandra. She literally has only one item left, and she's not getting any stronger. Karthus, on the other hand, has right now 3 items completed, and is just getting stronger and stronger as this game goes on and on. And the big thing to note is Shadow Isles have Karthus passive and York ult. These are people that would be doing a whole bunch of damage guaranteed. And if they burst someone out and York can ulti them, then that burst won't matter because they will get their damage out before they go down again. However, Braum getting cut out down the bot lane. And they're not going in on it.
Huh. Interesting.
Mm.
40 minutes, boy. This dragged on for a while.
Yeah. Ooh, hook landing on
another hook again. And they're going in this time, but an ulti comes out from Ashe. And E lands.
The full tank Nocturne.
Wow, he is
Ship is getting dabbed on like crazy, but he's not doing any damage to this Urgot. He's getting shredded by this Urgot. He's going down here. That passive will keep him alive.
Karthus flipping into the fight. Zonya's coming out with his E up. Passive coming off of Oliver. He's on Lysandra using her ultimate. Ashe taking out the Karthus, who uses his ultimate and attempts to end the fight. Braum dying to York as, oh wow, cleanup fight after cleanup fight. Flash used by the Ashe trying to run away. Oh, flash from the York in order to catch out the Ashe. Will that be the kill? Yes, Urgot does secure the kill onto Ashe.
And I was mentioning that guaranteed damage. Karthus went down, but he went down in the middle of the Freljord team. That he was just doing constant damage, and then it's the ulti as well afterwards. You cannot count out Shadow Isles even relatively close, because they have so much guaranteed damage they can get out.
Doesn't seem like Shadow Isles knows that built Baron. Oh, Baron is up right
Baron
now.
is up
actually,
now.
well timed.
They have timed this rather well. In fact.
They're quite low, but Oliver's in the bot lane jungle. There's no wards to exactly catch him out. York is at full health, so he can tank Baron very easily. This is, of course, before Rift Update Baron, the push over Baron. That would be Baron Nashor for the Shadow Isles. Pulling them back into this race. Before they were 5,000 gold down, now barely 1,500 difference.
Volibear's bite may hurt a lot, but he needs the person to be low for it to do a whole bunch of damage. He's not doing any damage to that Urgot, so that bite can't execute him. It doesn't matter how strong your execute is if you can't get him low enough to use your execute.
Note something right now. Normally Urgot would have went for Mob Mortius. Instead, he modified his build, going for a Warmog, knowing that he can't get low enough for Volibear to execute.
I think it's more the fact that he's just trusting his team more to actually keep him alive. And even if he goes down, he will have that passive from York. He's probably trusting Honcho's ulti rather well. And he's also probably just trusting the locket to give him the shield he needs.
A lot of trusted teammates taking easy backfire.
Yep.
But yeah, this is getting really scary for Freljord now. Shadow Isles is now achieving their... We're late game Shadow Isles. You did not beat us early, now you will feel our wrath.
Volibear up in top lane, about to port back. Shadow Isles trying to push down the secondary tower, and that it does fall. They're pushing into the inhibitor right now with a fresh wave of minions. E landing onto Lysandra and the Trundle right now. Massive damage coming out. Lysandra taking it to 1/3. All the Zonya is being used in order to save herself. Well done, but that means it's going to be down for the incoming fight.
Might an ult come out with Karthus? No, it won't. He doesn't want to go for it. He would have. I don't think he could have killed her though. He only has 800 something with the Void Staff. She had 700. That would have been really close though. However, she is lacking a lot of magic resist, so that actually might have been able to kill that Lysandra. Oh, but Ship getting instantly bursted, but he gets the York ulti though. So he will be doing damage.
Ancha being taken down in the meantime. Ash dying as well. Jim being focused under tower. Oh, that was a very sloppy fight under tower for Shadow Isles, even with Baron buff. Nocturne being chunked down right now. The wall not able to help him. That was a very poor fight in the middle of it. Lissandra able to get onto Urgot very quickly using Home Guard. Even though Urgot was ulted by York, he became the immediate focus of the tower, and once York died, and along with Thresh, it was just easy to focus down the Ghost.
I did not see Karthus doing anything proper by diving in. He should be diving into these fights and sitting on top of them with his E. He should not be afraid to die. And yet, he also still has his ultimate up as well, along with the Master's ultimate and stuff as well.
He just used his flash to dodge a Q from dodge Winter's bite. Volibear getting hit by the slow, very last second it was up. Damage coming out onto Volibear. With the Sandra doing some damage to the
They're all have to be careful here. They're all respawning. They can just get engaged on.
No. Was very close. There was about 3 more seconds on the side of Shadow Isles. It would have been a full-in Home Guard invasion.
Has slain the dragon.
4,000 gold lead on the side of Freljord right now. 45-minute game, 10 kills up.
Mike almost getting caught up, but just nopes out by queuing over to a red buff.
Very well played.
Inhibitor being pinged out, and there's not enough people with Shadow Eyes here right now to defend this. And he lands. Braum might be going down here. He's going down, I believe.
Oh, Ash Arrow landing onto Karthus. That will be Braum being taken out by Urgot. Nocturne using his ultimate for a little bit of vision control.
Question is, can Shadow Eyes really push this? Their Superman is pushing down their bot lane. They won't have their full tank Nocturne there.
Wave being pushed in mid. Tower taking quite a beating. Karthus using his Zhonya's for some reason. Volibear in the middle of the team fight. Thresh in the backline right now. Urgot does kill off Volibear, and Thresh does get focused by Lissandra. Ult coming out onto the Ashe, focusing her down.
Trundle teleported down to mid lane to take out Inhibitor, but they can just lose the game. He's taking the Inhibitor, but they don't have minions.
Urgot, Karthus, and York are alive right now. Braum just respawned. Urgot does use his Ghost, trying to get out the tower as fast as possible. Contra taking some damage from the tower. First tower is destroyed. Braum trying to survive for as long as possible. Second tower being focused, but Poncho will die to Trundle and Braum. Yep, there goes it down. While they did lose the middle inhibitor, well, that is, Shadow Isles lost the middle inhibitor, along with their bot inhibitor still down. Middle inhibitor and first Nexus turret taken down on the side of Freljord.
Nocturne is just unable to stop these supers due to being full tank, not even having a Pharaoh player.
Fear going out, trying to do as best he can, but the tower has died. Unfortunately, full tank Nocturne not doing much, not even a Thornmail built to try and handle some of the extra AD damage going through. Sunfire Cape probably should be the next buy for this Nocturne if he's planning on becoming a full tank. If for any sort of damage.
He looks to be getting either a GA or Spirit Message.
If you're buying GA on anyone, you must be prepared, because if you're killed out of combat, you'll be fucked. Granted, he's pure tank right now, so that wouldn't happen. But still worried that bot lane inhibitor has respawned for Shadow Isles. All Shadow Owls need to do is knock out most of the enemies right now. If they leave Trundle or Ash alive, they probably
Trundle
could
gets
end it.
caught out by Hook and takes a massive amount of damage.
Oh, Q's landing onto the Trundle, chunking him down more and more and more. That will be the ward taken out by Shadow Isles. Baron is alive.
They are
Lands
banning
onto the
that
brush.
inhibitor when there's still a super minion up. They should kill the super minion before going out. Major misplay by Nocturne, leaving that super minion up. It can take the inhibitor by itself.
It is going to take the inhibitor. It has a siege minion, still dealing damage to it. Poncho does, not Poncho. Karthus does realize this. Hopefully he can save it in time, and it doesn't look like it. Nope.
Major misplay by Nocturne once again.
Nocturne doing the very worst he possibly can for his team right now. In frank honesty.
Yeah, his smites have been off almost the entire game, and on the last game as well.
The fact he's pure tank right now, he offers legitimately nothing for his team except a wall, but that's not what you need as a Nocturne. Now, thankfully, there are super minions in the Freljord, but 3 super minions in the Freljord base.
Those
Holy
super
hell.
minions, they just destroyed that turret. And there's now a massive fight going on down here.
Trundle
3 people
flashing
are
out,
going
so
down.
is Braum. Volibear falling in the middle of combat. Nocturne chasing after the Braum. Both of them pop the randoms to attempt to escape each other. Ash is able to make it back to base along with Lysandra, but the super minions have already taken out the Nexus turrets. And with the Volibear dead, Trundle not even available to fight, being chased up by Karthus, that is going
This
to be
could be
Baron
a
for
game
Shadow
ender.
Isles.
Oh, Trundle barely surviving, but they could still end the game. There are no Nexus turrets for Freljord.
Though at the same time, there are minions heading from mid lane and bot lane right now. Oh, but Lysandra is able to take out Karthus. Oh, the
Snipes
Thresh
him,
death
though.
sentence!
Urgot going back to defend while the other 2 people go to end. They're gonna
Oh,
have
Trundle
to get through
and
this Urgot if they
Braum
want to
bot
end.
lane right now. A single Nexus turret able to stop the minions. Trundle and Braum being a little bit cautious knowing this is Urgot. Oh, Banshee's Veil being popped right now from the Urgot. Ult from Trundle.
Shadow
Urgot
Isles have
very
30 seconds to end this game. So that ends
exhausted
But
coming out.
it's gonna be
Ult
too
coming out
late.
from the Urgot. And
Shadow
attempts
Isles
to
is
try
gonna
to
take
save
game
himself.
2.
Wow. An impressive Game 2 victory for Shadow Isles. That last team fight really woke me up. Holy hell.
What the hell happened? Oh my god. Freljord, please.
Here's
No,
what happened
Shadow
in the
Isle-
mid lane. Shadow Isles super minions, they won the fight, and because their super minions going down mid lane, they got to a stack of 3 super minions to run down mid lane.
Yep.
Forcing Lysandra to back out first in the ensuing chaos forced all of them to be so defensive in their backing that they didn't even bother to try and fight a 4v5. Wow, and note, the Nexus died right as the inhibitor respawned. That troll inhibitor would have been enough of a window to try and help Freljord win the game, but very impressive victory from behind, 6 kills down, impressive 2k gold advantage, 8.5k in total for the side of Shadow Isles. Congratulations, Shadow Isles, you've won yourself your 2nd island, and you may go on 3-0. Heavy, who are your MVPs for these 2 teams?
Poncho had really good ultis all game. I have to say that. Like every time Sandra would blow up your Urgot, he would just instantly ult him before he gets taken down, and he'd get that out. So Poncho, really good ultis all game. Just making sure that that champ could get out his damage.
Mm-hmm. And what about for Freljord?
Volibear was amazing early game, but he did nothing late game. He was basically non-existent in the late game besides that soak tank. So I'd give it to Lysandra. Like, she would definitely take out Urgot, but still not enough because Poncho had really spot on ultis.
Yes, and those are the same votes I will give. Poncho having great ultimates all game. Granted, the first one might have been a little bit of a pain. Oh, that was from the previous game where Urgot didn't do anything. The Urgot clone, never mind. You get what I mean. And Lysandra doing enough late game to try and help her team, just like in the previous game. Unfortunately, just massive misplays, mainly on the side of Nocturne, that almost cost them the game. But forgetting the 3 super minions mid lane cost them their Nexus tower, and then the 3 remaining members just pushed to win. Again, impressive victory for Shadow Isles, and congratulations. And that is going to be Game 2. We will see you all in Game 3 in just a couple minutes.